It is official, we know everything about Nintendo's first mobile game and how the company is going to revamp its online offerings. Plus, Titanfall is also going mobile. Welcome to Polygon Minimap, your daily audio tour through the world of video games, related technologies, and pop culture favorites like comics, movies, and TV. I'm your host, Dave Tack, and it is October 29th, 2015. Let's do the news. Nintendo's first foray into making games for smartphones and other mobile devices won't happen this year. Nintendo President Tatsumi Kimishima announced at an investor briefing in Tokyo. Instead, the game maker is now eyeing March 2016 for a global launch of its first mobile title. The first mobile app from Nintendo is called Miitomo. That's M-I-I-T-O-M-O. It will be free to play with paid add-ons, while other Nintendo mobile games will be paid apps. Miitomo will reportedly use Nintendo's Mii characters to communicate with other players, apparently in an attempt to foster communication and sharing with people in real life. According to Nintendo's presentation slides, Miitomo users will answer questions from their Mii, which will then interact with friends via the, quote, safe and secure communication app. Nintendo hopes Miitomo will enable connections between friends who might be reluctant to contact each other and further deepen friendships. Nintendo announced earlier this year that it would partner with mobile game company DNA, that's capital D, little e, capitals N and A, to produce games for mobile platforms. The first of those games was expected to launch sometime in 2015. The company plans to release about 5 games for smartphones and tablets by March 2017. As part of its mobile plans, Nintendo will create a new account service called Nintendo Account. Nintendo says Nintendo Account services will work across Nintendo's hardware devices, as well as mobile and PC platforms. The company shuttered its Club Nintendo Rewards program earlier this year. The company also plans to use cloud-based technology to share save data or data between mobile platforms, PC, and Nintendo's own hardware. Kimishima explained that the delay in launching Nintendo's smartphone software is due to requiring more time to promote its mobile efforts. He said that Nintendo will start promoting Miitomo after the holiday season. Nintendo plans to introduce a new global account system meant to tie together a player's experiences on mobile PC, 3DS, Wii U, the upcoming NX platform, and even theme parks, recently promoted Nintendo President Tatsumi Kimishima said this morning during a briefing. The new Nintendo account will allow players to log in with a Facebook, Google, or Twitter account, as well as with a traditional email address and password, or even the Nintendo Network ID currently being used on the company's platforms, he said. No date has been set for the rollout. The decision to create a new universal Nintendo account is driven by the company's desire to expand its reach on gamers and enlarge the community of gamers itself by using the company's cast of colorful characters outside the core console experience. The Nintendo account will tie all of these experiences together, as well as provide new membership services. By increasing the number of people who have access to this Nintendo IP or video game characters, music, and worldview, and by increasing the value of Nintendo IP, that's intellectual property, we aim to further expand the gaming population, Kimishima said. More specifically, we will provide people with new applications on their smart devices by utilizing our Nintendo IP. We're also planning to offer new attractions at theme parks by using Nintendo IP, further by using Nintendo IP in a variety of other ways, such as licensing and commercializing this IP for visual content and merchandising products. We are planning to maximize the value of Nintendo IP, which has traditionally been used mainly for our dedicated video game systems. Under the new account system, players will be able to purchase digital software for the Wii U and Nintendo 3DS on Nintendo's official website. When you find an interesting title after seeing articles or videos introducing new games through your PC or smart device, he said, you can buy it on the spot and the purchased software will be automatically downloaded to your Wii U or Nintendo 3DS. That new account system will also track a member's purchases and play records and use that information to send notices and gifts. Here he is again. Quote, for example, an Animal Crossing character called Isabelle may send some information or a present to those who are playing with that game. Mario Kart players may receive a notice about add-on content, and we may also send a message that enables the recipient to purchase some software at an attractive price point on his or her birthday. The account system will also tie into a new point program called My Nintendo, which was also announced during the briefing. Finally, Kimishima noted that the accounts will still allow people to make friends through the accounts. Eventually, he added the service will allow game save data to be stored in Nintendo's cloud system so that you can transfer information between Nintendo's dedicated game systems and the games they make for mobile devices. This is also a plan for the future, he said, but we are going to provide our membership service benefits in other real-life facilities, such as theme parks, movie theaters, and retail outlets. It's unclear when the new account system will be released, though the new point program is scheduled for a March 2016 release. Nintendo shuttered its Club Nintendo program earlier this year, but the company has crafted something of a successor with My Nintendo, a new rewards program that will also offer gifts and discounts for buying games, but, unlike its predecessor, will also reward playtime. The program was unveiled by Nintendo during its semi-annual financial results briefing. My Nintendo will award players with points for purchases made on both Nintendo platforms and purchases of Nintendo's forthcoming mobile software. In addition, by playing those games, My Nintendo members will earn more points. The Japanese publisher said that My Nintendo points can be used to, quote, obtain digital add-on content, which will make the game you are playing even more fun, original merchandise, or a coupon, which can be used as a discount for new software. Points can be applied to both Nintendo's mobile and console games. Nintendo didn't lay out any further specifics on My Nintendo, but one might hope that it will be more streamlined than Club Nintendo, which asked players to fill out surveys for each piece of software they wish to be credited for buying. My Nintendo is a facet of a new platform-agnostic membership program called Nintendo Account that the company also laid out in the financial briefing. Respawn Entertainment is teaming up with free-to-play online game maker Nexon to bring the Titanfall franchise to mobile devices in 2016. The companies announced a multi-game, multi-year partnership that would bring several new and original Titanfall games to Android and iOS platforms in the coming years. Collaborating with Respawn and Nexon on Titanfall mobile games is Particle City, a Los Angeles-based studio co-founded by Respawn's Vince Zampella and industry veteran Larry Pacey. Particle City is the new name of a studio announced last year that was previously called Nuclear Division. Respawn owns, quote, a big chunk of Particle City, Zampella said, with Nexon also jointly invested in the studios in connection with the partnership. Zampella, who is serving as a creative advisor at Particle City, likened the new developer to a sister studio to Respawn. In an interview with Zampella and Nexon president and CEO Owen Mahoney, the two told Polygon that they don't plan to simply put Titanfall, the first-person shooter, on a tablet, but develop, quote, a whole new type of Titanfall game. It's about being able to extend our universe into an area that we at Respawn aren't experts in, Zampella said. When we built this universe, we realized how extensible it was, and we want to get it out front of as many people as possible. We're not of the view that if you take a first-person shooter that's great on a console and PC and just put it on mobile, Mahoney said. You have to work with what that platform can do. Thanks to the increases in GPU power on mobile devices and robust networking technology, however, Mahoney said, quote, we can deliver a deep, rich mobile experience. Zampella and Mahoney wouldn't say what types of Titanfall games would hit mobile devices other than to downplay the possibility of a Titanfall FPS. I think we have some interesting ideas, but I don't know that we can talk about any of them yet, Zampella said. It's another piece of the universe, a peek behind the curtain that is hinted at or assumed in the universe that you might take for granted, things that wouldn't necessarily be revealed in the main game. Nexon plans to invest in its Titanfall mobile games over the course of years, Mahoney said, indicating that they have long-term plans to help grow the franchise. From the Nexon side, he said, in our experience, a great game that is an online game on any platform can last years. So let's keep investing in it over time. What we find is that much of the industry, the people that we talk to, they don't think of it that way. They're more interested in cashing out and moving on to the next one. But based off of our experience, Respawn takes a very different view than most of us in the industry. When they started talking about where they could take the Titanfall universe, it was very exciting for us. We think our ideas are now the start of something That's going to be really cool for the Titanfall franchise overall. When we asked Zampella what kinds of mobile games he plays and what he thinks might complement Titanfall's console and PC versions, he said he wants to play a, quote, shorter-term gaming experience, something that adds value to the main game, games where I want to check in multiple times a day, not the same experience ported over. Nexon and Respawn are also working together on another Titanfall project along with publisher Electronic Arts. Earlier this year, Nexon announced it was bringing an online PC version of Titanfall to Asian markets. Respawn is also hard at work on a multi-platform sequel to 2014's Titanfall, which was exclusive to Xbox platforms and PC. While we don't expect the sequel to hit anytime soon, we asked Zampella if he could give us an update on Titanfall 2. I can't just yet, he said. I promise that it will be worth the wait. And that is the biggest news of today. And it is mobile, and it is also huge. Polygon.com/minimap and iTunes.com/minimap are the addresses you need to subscribe to the show. Get it every day for free over at iTunes.com/minimap. You can also rate the show, which would be amazing, and we would really appreciate it. If you go to Polygon.com, we have a bunch of other stuff for you to check out today, including a feature about Battleborn, which is Borderlands meets MOBAs, even if you're not supposed to call it that. Also, audio fans, we have a new episode of Polygon long form today. It is actually a feature I wrote. I've been pimping myself kind of a lot lately, but it is a feature I wrote about the PlayStation Vita's past, the PlayStation Vita's future, and how the PlayStation 4 owes a lot to it, even if the Vita seems to be slowly dying at this point. Of course, if you followed us on Twitter or on Facebook, you'd know that that was out by now. You can do that. We are Polygon on both, and the same applies to YouTube. All right, that is it. Thank you very much for listening, and we will see you right back here with an episode of Polygon Minimap World Map Edition. This one is gonna be huge, and we will see you right back here tomorrow.